Bob, thanks. The Central Florida continues to pick up the pieces following Hurricane Irma. One big question is, how do you get help to rebuild? Well, FEMA could be an option for you. And joining us this morning to talk more about how to get that help is FEMA Representative Peter Sessom. Great to have you, Peter. Thanks for coming to see us this morning. So a lot of folks are sitting at home and they're wondering, can I get help? My insurance company came, they said, oh, this damage isn't technically hurricane related. Now what do I do? Does that even matter if your hurricane insurance covers or does not cover?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
We've something like 13,000 flood insurance policies have already received payments, but
okay,
whether you have insurance or not doesn't matter. FEMA is here to help, and if you have insurance, they're here to find unmet needs.
Okay.
So there's already been over tens of millions of dollars that have been approved for federal assistance. So people need to apply at disasterassistance.gov, or they can call the FEMA line at 1-800. I just lost it.
That's okay. I'm sure we can put the number out. 621-3362 or 1-800-621-FEMA. You can also download the FEMA app where you can get shelter information, weather apps, and you can apply for assistance there. What do you need to know when you go to fill out that application? What types of paperwork do you need to have with you sitting there next to the computer?
What you need to have is you need to have your social security number,
okay,
your address, as well as the address where you're staying, because some people had to evacuate and they're staying somewhere else, phone number, and bank routing number.
So will someone from FEMA come to my house to look at the damage? How does that work?
So once you apply, we then will send out an inspector who will come out. It usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes, and they'll just come and survey their damage, okay, and then we'll make the process go forward from there.
Does it matter how much money you make? Somebody at home might be saying, you know, I don't even have a job, or I make a lot of money, so they're probably not going to help me. Does that factor in?
That has nothing to do with it. Okay. Your income has nothing to do with it. What we do is we look at the damage, and what you're entitled to is what you're entitled to.
Okay. All right, so they need to sit down at the computer or go to the app, fill out all of that information. How quickly can they expect someone to respond to them, Peter?
We try to respond right away. We have a lot of disasters going on right now with Harvey and Irma, but we do also have a number of disaster survivor assistance teams who are actually out there going door to door to help people register. Okay. So those who don't have power, we have teams out there right now.
All right. And how long will you guys be here? As long as it's needed?
We are here as long as we're needed.
Okay.
I don't know when I'm going home yet, but that's what we're here to help. FEMA is very survivor-centric. We plan on FEMA as a whole being here for years.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy, isn't it? All right. Peter Sessom, thank you so much. Here all the way from Washington State to help us out here in Florida. So very much appreciated, Peter. All right. It's